Hi everyone, I'm going to run through some pointers for the Kettlebell Goblet squat. I did a video on the kettlebell front squat and I included a little bit about the goblet squat within that, but I just think for beginners especially I'll do a separate video on it because it is a good beginner squat exercise. I'll just do a demonstration. Because I have the competition boot bells, it's quite uncomfortable to hold it with the horns up. If it has a wider handle, then yes, by all means. But this is going to absolutely kill my grip after a while, so what I do is a bottoms up approach, because then I can hold my thumbs out and support the kettlebell. So I'll demonstrate first of all. And then from the side. Just a few key pointers then about performing the exercise. Stand with over the kettlebell, stand with your feet hip width apart or just slightly more than that. The feet themselves are at an angle, pointing slightly outwards to allow for that natural tracking of the knee. In order to pick up the kettlebell safely, and so it's in the right position, you can squat down keeping the back straight, tilt the kettlebell forward if you're using the horns to hold on to it. At this point you can stand up with it and then curl it into position, and then keeping the elbows close to the side. Then obviously the mass has to be held as close to the body as you can, because the further away it is from the body, the more off balance you're going to be and the more at risk of injuring your back you'll also be. So keeping the mass close to the chest. Once you get the kettlebell into position, keep the elbows quite close and the kettlebell close to the centre. And you're ready. Take a breath in, create tension within the body, and under control, lower yourself down. Keeping the elbows inside the knees. If you can squat right down, then do. And then squeeze with the glutes, power up, and lock out the hips at the top. And at that point you can breathe out. Remembering to ground the legs. Imagine that you're forcing the floor apart with your feet, stopping any tracking of the knee inwards like that. You don't want that to happen. Preventing that is easy. You just, as I was saying, imagine pushing outwards with the feet, like so. And that corrects any wobbling of the knees. It really stabilises the body throughout the movement. Remembering that you're lowering under control, because we want to work the muscles within their full range of movement. There's no point in relaxing and just dropping straight there and just using the upward movement as the exercise. It's the whole thing you need to concentrate on. So that's really it. It's a good exercise. I love it because you're also using, it can be used for sort of high repetitions as well, because you can use the weight and it's spread between the two hands, and as a result of that you're bringing in the biceps, front and back of the shoulders, holding the weight in position. And whereas if you're doing the front squat, you're relying on one side only to take the weight, and you maybe wouldn't be able to manage as many repetitions. So for that reason it's also a very good beginner's exercise. If you are a beginner and squats are hard in general, then you can forget about special breathing and things like that. Just concentrate on proper form. If you find it difficult to squat, you can use a bench or a chair or something behind you in practice. Just squatting down and sitting in the chair and then powering back up. If you can get up, that's a good demonstration. So imagining the chair behind you, you want to sit back, keeping the head and back straight. You can have a rest if you need to. Don't use your arms. Imagine that they're here holding a kettlebell and squeeze upwards and lock out. And that's really it. Before I waffle on a lot more, you can refer to my front squat tutorial video as well. There's a few more pointers in that as well. So until the next tutorial comes up, I'll see you then.